Good evening, and welcome to the Way of Salvation Christian Church presents the one-year Chronological Bible 365-day reading plan, brought to you by Tyndale House Publishers. I am Minister Joette Peterson Sr., and today is December 12, 2023. It is 10:25 p.m. We are in the evening of the third day. Thank you for joining me. And today we'll be reading day 86 of our plan. And day 86 consists of Joshua 15, verses 20 through 63, Joshua 16, and Joshua 17. And we'll be reading from the King James Version. And the word of the Lord says in Joshua chapter 15, verse 20, "This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Judah according to their families, and the uttermost cities of the tribe of the children of Judah toward the coast of Edom. Southward were Kabzeel, and Eder, and Jager, and Kena, and Dimona, and Adada, and Kadesh, and Hazer, and Ithnan, Zilph, and Telem, and Beloth, and Hazor, and Hadattah, and Kirioth, and Hezron, which is Hazor, Amam, and Shema, and Molada, and Hazar Gada, and Heshmon, and Beth Pelet, and Hazar Shol, and Beersheba, and Bizothan, Bivjasja, Bala, and Im, and Azim, and El Talad, and Chizel, and Hormah, and Ziklag, and Matmana, and Sansana, and Leboth, and Shillim, and An, and Rimmon. All the cities are 29 with their villages. And in the valley, Ashtel, and Zoriah, and Ashna, and Zanoah, and Enganim, Tapua, and Enam, Jarmuth, and Abdullam, Sokoth, and Azekah, and Sharamim, and Adathium, and Jedera, and Jeder, Rothim, 14 cities with their villages. Zenan, and Hadashah, and Mildagad, and Delian, and Mesphah, and Joktheel, and Lachish, and Bozkath, and Eglon, and Kabon, and Lamam, and Kitlish, and Jedoreth, Beth Dagon, and Nama, and Makeda, 16 cities with their villages. Libnah, and Ether, and Ashnan, and Ziptah, and Ashna, and Nezib, and Keilah, and Azib, and Marisha, 9 cities with their villages. Ekron with her towns and her villages, from Ekron even unto the sea, all that lay near Ashdod with their villages. Ashdod with her towns and her villages, Gaza with her town and her villages, unto the river of Egypt, and the great sea, and the border thereof. And then the mountains, Shamir, and Jatir, and Sokof, and Dinah, and Kirjath Sada, which is Deber, and Anab, and Eshtimoth, and Anim, and Goshen, and Holon, and Gilgal, 11 cities with their villages. Arab, and Duma, and Eshin, and Janum, and Beth Tapul, and Aphika, and Humta, and Kirjath Arba, which is Hebron, and Zior, 9 cities with their villages. Moan, Carmel, and Zip, and Zuta, and Zezreel, and Jokdim, and Zona, Cain, Zibia, and Timnah, 10 cities with their villages. Halhol, Bethzor, and Geder, and Morath, and Beth Anoth, and Eltikon, 6 cities with their villages. Kirjathbaal, which is Kirjath-jearim, and Rabbah, 2 cities with their villages. In the wilderness, Beth Araba, Midan, and Sikakah, and Nipshan, and the city of Salt, and En-gedi, 6 cities with their villages. As for the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the children of Judah could not drive them out, but the Jebusites dwell with the children of Judah at Jerusalem unto this day. Joshua chapter 16. And the lot of the children of Joseph fell from Jordan by Jericho unto the water of Jericho on the east, to the wilderness that goeth up from Jericho throughout Mount Bethel, and goeth out from Bethel to Luz, and passes along unto the borders of Archi, to Atheroth, and goeth down westward to the coast of Jabledi, unto the coast of Beth-horon the nether, and to Gezer, and the goings out thereof are at the sea. So the children of Joseph, Manasseh, and Ephraim took their inheritance. And the border of the children of Ephraim, according to their families, was thus. Even the border of their inheritance on the east side was Atheroth, Adar, unto Beth-horon, the upper, and the border went out toward the sea to Mikmetha on the north side, and the border went out eastward unto Tanath Silo, and passed by it on the east to Janohah, and it went down from Janohah to Atheroth and to Neroth, and came to Jericho, and went out at Jordan. The border went out from Tappuah westward unto the river Cana, and the goings out thereof were at the sea. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Ephraim by their families, and the separate cities for the children of Ephraim were among the inheritance of the children of Manasseh, and the cities with their villages. And they drave out, and they drave not out the Canaanites that dwelt in Gezer, but the Canaanites dwell among the Ephraimites unto this day, and serve under tribute. Joshua chapter 17. Verse 1. There was also a lot for the tribe of Manasseh, for he was the firstborn of Joseph, to wit, for Machir, the firstborn of Manasseh, the father of Gilead, because he was a man of war. Therefore he had Gilead and Bashan. There was also a lot for the rest of the children of Manasseh by their families, for the children of Abiezer, and for the children of Helik, and for the children of Asriel, and for the children of Shechem, and for the children of Hepher, and for the children of Shemitah. These were the male children of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, by their families. But Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, had no sons, but daughters. And these are the names of his daughters: Mahlah, and Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. And they came near before Eleazar the priest, and before Joshua the son of Nun, and before the princes, saying, The Lord commanded Moses to give us an inheritance among our brethren. Therefore, according to the commandment of the Lord, he gave them an inheritance among the brethren of their father. And there fell 10 portions to Manasseh, beside the land of Gilead and Bashan, which were on the other side of Jordan, because the daughters of Manasseh had an inheritance among his sons. And the rest of Manasseh's son had the land of Gilead. And the coast of Manasseh was from Asher to Mishmetha, that lieth before Shechem. And the border went along on the right hand unto the inhabitants of Entapah. Now Manasseh had the land of Tappuah, but Tappuah on the border of Manasseh belonged to the children of Ephraim. And the coast descended unto the river Cana, southward of the river. These cities of Ephraim are among the cities of Manasseh. The coast of Manasseh also was on the north side of the river, and the outgoings of it were at the sea. Southward it was Ephraim's, and northward it was Manasseh's. And the sea is his border, and they met together in Asher on the north, and in Issachar on the east. And Manasseh had in Issachar and in Asher Beth Shean and her towns, and Iblim and her towns, and the inhabitants of Dor and her towns, and the inhabitants of Endor and her towns, and the inhabitants of Tanakh and her towns, and the inhabitants of Megiddo and her towns, even 3 countries. Yet the children of Manasseh could not drive out the inhabitants of those cities, but the Canaanites would dwell in that land. Yet it came to pass, when the children of Israel were waxing strong, and they put the Canaanites to tribute, but did not utterly drive them out. And the children of Joseph spake unto Joshua, saying, Why hast thou given me but one lot and one portion to inherit, seeing I am a great people? For as much as the Lord has blessed me, hear her too. And Joshua answered them, If thou be a great people, then get thee up to the wood country, and cut down for thyself there in the land of Perizzites and of the giants, if Mount Ephraim be too narrow for thee. And the children of Joseph said, The hill is not enough for us, and all the Canaanites that dwell in the land of the valley have chariots of iron, both they who are of Beth-shean and her towns, and they who are of the valley of Jezreel. And Joshua spake unto the house of Joseph, even to Ephraim and to Manasseh, saying, Thou art a great people, and hast great power. Thou shalt not have one lot only, but the mountain shall be thine, for it is a wood, and thou shalt cut it down, and the outgoings of it shall be thine. For thou shalt drive out the Canaanites, though they have iron chariots, and though they be strong. May the Lord have a rich and bountiful blessing to the reading, hearing, and doing of his word. Thank you for joining me. Be blessed.